Greetings. The Holy Spirit put this on my heart, and it's time for this to be revealed to the world, that I am the collective. You heard me correctly. I am the collective. The divine collective, to be more specific. I'm on the good side, yes. I'm a walking earth angel. If you listen to Toro and you hear them talking about the collective, they're talking about me. Everything that's going on in the Toro, or that you listen to in the Toro, don't matter what sign you listen to. Every sign in the Toro, when you listen to the Toro on YouTube or whatever, the scenario fits me some kind of way, even though I'm not the whole collective, because all of us make up the collective. But in specific, I'm the one that most of the Toro readers are talking about on YouTube, as far as the situation with the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Let me explain. When you are ascending, you rank up, just like in the military, but this is pretty much the spiritual military, you can so-called say. Currently, I'm showing up as the divine feminine, even though I'm a male. I know that might sound strange. The situation that everybody is talking about is how the betrayal of the divine masculine to the divine feminine. Okay. My ex, who's showing up in the Toro as the divine masculine, okay, in certain scenarios, because she's a shapeshifter, and sometimes she cloaks her energy and shows up in different forms. And sometimes I even show up in the Toro as different forms, because I might show up as the Queen of Swords in certain situations, as is explained by some of the readers that are reading the Toro. One of the things that and I understand that, you know, it's kind of hard for some of the Toro readers to take out the time to actually find this out. But it will really be helpful to some of the Toro readers that if you actually maybe, because I know some of these readers are very tapped in as far as to the spiritual realm, and they receive some of the downloads that are very useful to me. However, I would suggest to some of the readers that they invest into a pendulum, especially if you are going to be reading the Toro, so you can ask the spirit whether or not who you are reading into is a male counterpart or a female counterpart, even though they might be showing up as a divine feminine or karmic feminine or karmic masculine or divine masculine. That would really help clarify. But I understand, you know, use your discernment when you're, you know, listening to Toro, and the gender, there's no gender in the Toro. This is the reason why I'm explaining this. But anybody that knows me knows this situation. You've seen my brand out there. You see my brand. You see my vehicles. You know me. Especially if you live in the city of Youngstown, Ohio. You know who I was dating. Even some people in Columbus know me, especially because of all the talking that this person has been doing. Negative talking that this person has been doing. Yes, about an earth angel, me. I can't say this person's name because they have PFA against me that is total bull crap. It's all a lie. And it's all meant to be a smear campaign on my name in order to degrade my character as far as a public humiliation scheme. All meant to basically put me in and to keep me in a lower vibration so they can destiny swap with me. I've been talking about some of this on my timeline on Facebook about destiny swapping, about energy vampires, and so forth. This is that situation. But God put it on my spirit to reveal to the world that I am the collective. Part of the collective. I'm the commander of the collective because every general collective reading is me. I know for some people they're not going to want to accept this as the truth, and it was even hard for me to accept it, but it is what it is. I just wanted to put that out there for everybody for right now, but the story is deep. I'm trying to figure out how to give it to everybody in a way that people can understand. I've been trying to give it to people in bits and pieces of some of the things I've been posting on my timeline. It includes the betrayal of a father. It includes the betrayal of a mother. It includes the betrayal of a father's family. It includes the betrayal of a mother's family. It includes a child abduction. This child, who was me, was abducted from another country and brought to America. I'm going to go into certain things about my bloodline because this is all relevant. This is the reason why such of a big commotion is because I'm from a royal bloodline that goes all the way back to Genesis in the Bible. Genesis chapter 6, where they talk about the pretty much alien giants who came to Earth and made it with some of the most beautiful women on the Earth before the flood came. So my bloodline goes all the way back to there. To bring you up to date as to what's going on right now, and this is not easy for me because I'm still purging, still trying to ascend and accepting certain things about the situation in its entirety. To start with, my life has a lot of chapters. Most of which were not easy. And even though they weren't easy, because of my faith in God, God brought me through it. My life is a living testimony of the glory of God. Because even though I had it hard, God made it easy for me, or made it look easy. Even though it wasn't easy, it was always hard. Come to find out why it was always hard is because of this betrayal of the mother and the father. Well, not real father. Come to find out, it's not my real father. I was adopted by this family. To be specific, and I know, and I apologize in advance to my family that I know most of all my life, the Ballard family. And I apologize in advance for some of the truths that are going to be revealed, but some of you guys probably already know. But the background on both of these families is the Ballard family is that, and the other party that's involved, if you know me, then you know who I'm talking about, because like I said, I can't mention the name. But I come from a family of psychics, clairvoyants, and other gifted skills. Unfortunately, most of them are dark witches and warlocks. That hide themselves because they're cowards, all of them, in covens. And in my opinion, that if you have to run in a gang or a group or coven, you're a coward. Have no respect for you, especially when you're out there doing evil. Another unfortunate part of all of this is that they're all PDFs. Both sides, the mother side and the father side. Some of my people in my family know this already. Some of the people on the other side, they know this already. When you heard me mention in some of my posts that there's a whole family out here sleeping with each other, and the mother is even pregnant by the son, that's a fact. Fact, she's pregnant with twins. How do I know this? Because I received downloads. I know this. Not only is she pregnant by her son, but she got a set of twins that one of the twins is her son and the other twin is somebody else. Let me give you a little bit of background on how I met this person. Okay, so I met this person, like I got a seasonal business, as you can see. I'm a professional auto detailer, that's what I do. That's one of my gifts, you could so-called say. It's not a spiritual gift because come to find out that both of my mother and my so-called adoptive father have been trying to suppress my spiritual gifts all my life. When I say all my life, I mean all my life. I have been under spells, black magic spells, and all kind of spiritual attacks to suppress my spiritual gifts all my life. My finances have been attacked pretty much all my life. That's what part of the thing that made it kind of hard for me. You know, kind of like started from the bottom, now I'm here. All my life. Like, you know, like get it out of the mud for real. And part of the reason why I'm under these spiritual attacks constantly is because of jealousy. Yes, jealousy. My own biological mother is jealous of me and the gifts that I have. She's jealous of me because she has low self-esteem, low confidence, and cannot manifest anything on her own. She needs my energy, her and my biological, or so to speak, my father who adopted me as a child or bought me as a child because of my energy. That has what has pretty much been sustaining not only my biological mother, but my so-called father who raised me all my life, all their life. Everything that they have to this day, that they're losing right now, by the way, because of how they came against me, is because my energy has been sustaining them all this time. Not only has it been sustaining them, but it has been also sustaining the covens that they belong to. That's right. You heard me right. My energy is that abundant, especially my sacral energy, which means, if people don't understand that, my sex. I'm not trying to put myself out there or nothing like that, but yes, my sexual energy is what has been sustaining these people. I have to even try to control me not being angry, because if I get angry, it feeds them. Even me talking about them right now is putting them in my energy. In fact, I transmute the energy right now into prosperity and abundance. I don't know if I'll be able to get into the whole story in just one segment. It's just too much. But before I get off of here for right now, because I'm going to keep coming back. I'm going to keep coming back, and I'm going to keep on exposing the truth. Because I am a truth seeker. I want the truth. And I want justice. Everyone that was involved, that had everything to do with anything that was wrong in my life, I want justice. I call judgment on everybody that was involved. I'm sure that the people who have been coming after me know that I have protection. I'm not talking about worldly protection. I'm talking about divine protection. When you see me posted on Facebook about people lying in the street dead, that's what I'm talking about. You don't come for one of God's prophets or one of God's chosen ones and think that you're going to just walk away untouched. You're going to be touched. Karma is real. But I just want to, before I get off here, like I said, I just want to just give a little bit of background on this situation. So, like I said, you know, my finances have been suffering all my life, and I haven't always had it easy. And one of the things that I haven't had easy is being in relationships with people, because of me being reincarnated into this world by choice to pay back karmic debt from previous lives. I know it might be hard for some of the people that don't even believe, because I consider myself a spiritual person, not a religious person. And you might say, well, what's the difference? The difference is a religious person goes to church every Sunday and really are not connected to the Most High. A spiritual person really doesn't have to go to church every Sunday, but still connected to the Most High. And that's the reason why I consider myself to be spiritual. Obviously, it means something because I'm chosen. But like I said, I just want to go into this story real quick and try to see if y'all can understand. But anyway, after one failed relationship after another, I still try to stay up. You know, we fall down, but we get up. All my life. Come to find out that a lot of these relationships didn't even work because of this mother and father that I was talking about actually paid people to betray me, to leave me, to try to keep me in a lower vibration so they can steal my energy. So one day, after taking out time to heal from one of these messed up relationships, I'm living happy-go-lucky, you know what I'm saying? I consider myself to be an attractive guy, you know? So one day I see this lady. Stay with me now. I see this lady. I'm kind of shy a little bit sometimes, so I'm like, damn. Should I go approach her? Should I go talk to her? It was something about the essence of this person, like, you know, because I wasn't really close to the person. I was like kind of far away. But I noticed the way this person walked caught my eye, you know. Successful people move, walk, their energy at a certain pace, at a certain cadence. And it was the energy of this person that attracted me to that person. So, after a lot of debate, see, my throat chakra is being attacked because they don't want the truth to come out. So, I approached this person, shot my shot, so to speak. And this person instantly headed off. Come to find out later, the reason why we hit it off is because this person that I'm talking about is my twin flame. In case people don't know about twin flames real quick, a twin flame is somebody that you were supposed to be with. So a twin flame is somebody that you was actually with maybe in a previous reincarnation, or maybe a previous reincarnation for that. So basically what I'm saying, it was destined for me and this person to actually meet because it was my twin flame. Dated for a while. Things was going good at first. I thought I was going to be the happiest person in the world because this person led me to believe that she was going to be mine and all mine. Come to find out, just to make a long story short, that the whole thing was just an illusion. An illusion. Yeah, messed me up to find this out. The part that's really disturbing about the whole thing is that this person come to find out is my biological mother. Like I said, I'm still purging from the truth of all of this. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't care about somebody think I'm weak because I'm purging. I'm being my authentic self because I don't know how to be nothing else. I am who I am. I don't know how to be fake. The messed up part about the whole situation is because of all the failed relationships that I was in, I learned things, you know? When you're in a failed relationship, you want to try to focus on concentrating on what you did right. And then try to improve on some of the things that you did wrong to try to make your next relationship better, right? The messed up part is that I gave this person everything. Everything that I didn't give some of my last relationships that didn't work, I gave. Some of the scenarios is that I don't believe in Christmas. I don't believe in pagan holidays. I don't believe in Hallmark holidays and none of that. But even though I didn't, I still gave because I wanted it to make it work. And one of my previous relationships didn't work because they made a big deal out of me not celebrating Valentine's Day. So I even gave, I try to give everything. And like I said, it hurts so much because what's going on right now is about an inheritance. It's an inheritance that I was supposed to receive when I was 17 years old. I'm 57. That means that these two people, my biological mother and my so-called adopted father, have been scheming together all my life to try to steal my inheritance. The biological mother in the family, which is part of the coven that she works in or works with, which is her immediate family, which is part of the coven. But there's also a church that's part of this coven too. I don't know if they're still connected or not. I haven't tapped in on that lately. But there's a church on the south side of Youngstown on Hillman Street near Market, or near Indianola, that this coven operates from. This lady that I'm talking about, who's my biological mother, I have referred to in previous posts as the kitchen witch. One of the ways that they try to keep me from this inheritance is, like I said, they've been attacking me all my life, trying to keep me in a low-level vibration so they can steal my energy. See, part of this illusion that my mother, my biological mother, had me in was for me to be attached to her and for me to never want to be with nobody else but her. Because of all my failed relationship, it was supposed to be a build-up, and I was supposed to off myself so they can keep my inheritance. Now, mind you, this biological mother has a fraudulent POA on me and has been receiving dividends, money from my inheritance. This biological mother is a scammer and a schemer. She uses her body to get what she wants. Not only that, but they also use fraudulent insurance scams to receive money. This coven and this church that I'm talking about have insurance policy on everybody that's in the church. This other coven is a Mason coven. One of the leaders of this coven is my father, Kelly Marvin Ballard. Don't get it twisted, because my name is Kelly Ballard too, but my middle name is Malin. So there's a difference. Kelly Marvin Ballard is the elder. This is the PDF, one of the PDFs that I'm talking about, that's running with this coven of Masons. They all gay, they fags. That's right, you heard me. Maybe I can't say fags, gay, or PDFs. They like to have sex rituals. P. Diddy parties, if that's what you want to say, you know what I'm saying? In order to seal, not only are they having sex rituals, but they're having blood rituals too. So they're sacrificing animals and babies, as far as I'm concerned, and they're drinking blood to try to keep these black spells going on me and other people. Because this mother that I'm talking about, my biological mother, is one of the main people that are using witchcraft, not only on me, or black magic, voodoo too, voodoo, hoodoo, whatever you want to call it, because you got a voodoo doll of me. Well, she's using this black magic to try to control everybody in the coven and everybody that's around her. Not only just around her, but also in the justice system. Not to mention this elder father that I'm talking about, that's the leader of the coven, the Masons. They have been controlling people in the courthouse in the city of Youngstown, Ohio. They are causing delays on me receiving what is mine, which is my inheritance. You see my post on my line. There are corrupt judges. There are corrupt lawyers. There are corrupt doctors. There are corrupt nurses. There's a hospital in the city of Youngstown that's guilty of, I forgot what they call it when they violate your HIPAA law. There's a hospital in Youngstown that's in trouble for violating my HIPAA law because of this nurse. I don't even know what my real name is. My biological mother knows this. I don't even know where I come from. But my biological mother knows this. I don't even know what my real date of birth is. But my biological mother knows this, and she's so much of a coward that she can't even bring me the truth. She's gonna take this to her deathbed. And I'm cool with it, because I know my Father, God, is going to reveal the truth to me at some point sooner or later. Just like he's been revealing all these things to me. I mean, this biological mother is having sex with little kids. Maybe she's not being sexually penetrated, but if she's not being sexually penetrated, what did that preclude to? Could only be one other thing. That's right. My biological mother is doing this. Not only that, the whole family. It disgusts me think about it. And I'm still dealing with that, and I have to try to control my emotions because I don't want to get angry and give them any of my energy. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to give a little bit at a time. We're going to go all the way back to Genesis chapter 6. Read the whole chapter because I'm one of those giants. Or that's my bloodline, part of it. I just wanted to put it, God told me this time to let everybody know. So all you people that's in those tarot readings talking about issue, some of it might fit you, but there's too many synchronicities with every single reading. If you're not sure whether you are the collective, get a pension. Ask your higher self, are you the collective? You are part of the collective, but you are not the collective. I am the collective. And I'm not talking about the dark collective. I'm talking about the light collective, the good side, the spirit side. Because the dark collective is part of the ego side, the worldly side. I'm going to get into all of that. I'm going to break it all down. I'm going to break it all down. Break it all down. So a lot of you guys have been wondering, who is this guy? Why is he sending me a friend request? Because if you're in Youngstown, you need to protect yourself. And when I say protect yourself, I mean sexually protect yourself, because these people, and when I say these people, I'm talking about the witch and the warlock, which is my biological mother and my so-called adopted father, which I believe that he's passed away. Holy Spirit revealed to me he's passed away. And the Ballard family, y'all messed up for not even letting me know that he gone. That's messed up. But I always knew I was a black sheep because I never was treated fairly in that family anyway. Excluded my immediate family, like my nieces and nephews. I know this is gonna hit hard, but I love y'all. And even though I'm not the real Ballard, I love y'all. But getting back on the subject, these witches and warlocks and covens, they're all infected by HIV. Not only are they infected by HIV, but they have demonic spirits. They're infected in the 3D with HIV, but they're infected in the 5D by demonic, lustful, demon spirits. So they're transmuting these spirits onto you if you have sex with them. And not only are you going to get a demon spirit, but you're probably going to get HIV too. So there it is. Stay tuned, because I'm going to come back, like I said, and I'm going to break down to you how this family, I'm going to break down both sides. I'm going to break down my biological mother's family, and I'm going to break down my so-called adopted father's family. I'm going to reveal some truths that I know that's going to hurt some people in my family. And I ain't even going to apologize for it because it's, the truth got to be exposed. Like I said, I can't say the other person's name because one of the synchronicities is that this person called CYS on me, try to get my daughter taken away from me, to try to keep me in a lower vibration. I posted that on my page. This person lied about me. Got a fake PFA on me. Said that I tried to domestic violence her, which nothing can be further from the truth. Let's see if I got that. I'm sure I do. I can't show the name. Can't show the name. But I can show you the fake PFA. All this is to try to keep me in a low vibration. This person has been consistently trying to get me evicted from my home. These are all evictions that I have received back to back. Because this person was trying to get me evicted from my home so I can be homeless. The whole point is to try to keep me in a lower vibration so they can steal my energy, so they can destiny swap with me, receive my spiritual gifts. Not only just receive my spiritual gifts, but also receive my inheritance money. Now, once again, y'all stay tuned because I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I just gave y'all the overall synopsis of this situation. And I'm relating this whole situation to, there's a movie I seen one time. Synchronicity. The name of this movie is called Needful Things. If you've never seen the movie, watch it. Because this is how that witch and this warlock is operating. That's right. The man that owns the shop in this movie is how these people are moving. So, until the next time we meet and greet, Ashe, Namaste.